Hey guys, well it has been 1 week and we are back with the commercial versus enthusiast paste wax. So we're here in our wash bay because what we want to do now is pretty much compare the two to see how they go in regards to water beading, what beads the best or sheets the best, and then we're going to wash the panel a few times to see which one kind of loses its beading the quickest, and then we might even hit the panel with some diluted all-purpose cleaner, APC, and just see how the waxes tolerate a cleaner that is slightly aggressive, and to see how it's going to go in the real world settings. So first of all, this is done in a wash bay. This panel has been outside for a couple of days, but it has been a week all up, and so it's not the most real world scenario. It is a bit of a laboratory setting, so these results are going to be decided by our terms and our conditions that we've provided these two products. I hope that makes sense. So let's first of all start with the hose. And so remember, we have the AutoSmart side here and the Bowdens Own side here. So I'm just going to leave it on the shower setting. So yeah, it's actually being pretty nice. Very, very nice there. Bowdens side is beading really well here too. Don't be afraid to come up close, Jordan, and get some nice closer shots. So I'm just going to change the setting here to more, so we got like more of a rain type setting. We can see the AutoSmart side is getting bigger beads of water. I think like the water's holding together in bigger proportions. Obviously that's the line where the tape was. We did remove the tape just before, so there is no product along there. So that AutoSmart side, it's not really sheeting water. The water is really just clumping up, staying on the panel. If I just get a slight lean to it, not too bad, not too bad. Like it is beading, yeah. I'm sure when it's on a car and it's kind of angled, it'll have that effect where the water will run off. So let's check out the Bowdens side. Let's see how this side's going. Cool, so you can really see the water is trying to run off the car a lot more. It is more hydrophobic. The water is trying to get off the panel as opposed to the AutoSmart side. Really nice trails there. So we just angle it up. If we compare the two, and if you focus up this area here, it really feels like the water wants to get off this side quicker. We're just going to change it over to just the hose, so a nice stream of water. So we're just checking out to see what the sheeting properties are like. You can tell the AutoSmart, it is sheeting. A little bit slow though. I'd say definitely the Bowdens side is faster. Man, that looks trippy, really trippy. Gee, they're very, very similar, really similar, but I think for speed, we just start at the top here. The Bowdens side is already, the water had already sheeted off before the AutoSmart side did, and I actually started on that side first, so that this side actually gets a head start. If you just watch closely, then that's really, really close. But they both sheet water really, really well. Like they're both working well. Like we said before, this side is the commercial side, this side is the enthusiast side. So we're just gonna hit it with some soapy water, just normal car wash. Now what happens is too, when you wash a car, the resin of the car wash is still on the panel even after rinsing it, and sometimes that can affect the water beading properties of whatever you have on there, because it's not 100% rinsed off. So see how like at first it looked like it was flat as a tack and there's gonna be no beading? You kind of get a little bit worried when you're like, holy heck, what's actually going on here? And now the more I rinse it, the better the beads are. They come back because it's really rinsing off all that soap residue. Now the beading has definitely changed for both of them. That's for sure. They're still hydrophobic, don't get me wrong. They are still beading. But definitely not beading as good as what it was to begin with. That is for sure. So I'm gonna hit it again with the soapy water. See what happens to it now. This is just pH neutral car wash. Nothing extraordinary. This is a car wash that we'll use on every car. So, you know, you'd want to hope that waxes don't break down when they're exposed to pH neutral car wash, because then how the heck do you maintain them? I will add that maybe I have missed a few important steps that they might recommend in their videos or whatnot, but most people would have done it the way we did it. We did let the product sit for quite some time before we buffed it off originally in the first part of our video. But yeah, I think we're good. So, Bowdens side, AutoSmart side, sheeting capabilities. Bowdens is definitely sheeting. It's so much quicker than the AutoSmart side. Oh man. So you can just see how the water is just wanting to stay together. It's just still staying together. It's all sheeted off there. It's still trying to figure itself out. So the Bowdens wax is definitely a lot more hydrophobic. It's definitely got like that pull away effect on the panel where the water just wants to get off. It wants to clump together quicker, and then it wants to pull off depending on the lean on the panel. And that's what really helps makes your car stay cleaner for longer. When it's hydrophobic, when it rains, the water wants to get off the car, it takes the dust with it, the less chances of water spotting, all those kind of benefits, which is really important. That's why protection on your car is so critical. So if I put it on like a mist setting, everyone likes the mist setting, there we go. So there is still some beads there, like it's still gonna be, like if we had this car parked out in the rain, it's still gonna look like it's got something on it. But when you compare, the water beads are a lot more round. If you wanna come up a little bit closer if you want, Jordan, they're a lot more round and like nicer, where the ones over here, they're a little bit more random and just not, I don't know, they're not perfect circles. Which these ones are just a lot better, like just clumps of water, which always look nicer. People like the round, nice, beautiful circles. All right. So, just gonna give it a quick dry down. It's all-purpose cleaner. And then what we're gonna do is just hit it with just some all-purpose cleaner. And then we're gonna rinse it, wash it in, and then we'll rinse it down. There's a good chance that the all-purpose cleaner, because it's got solvents in it and it's a diluted degreaser essentially, it will affect the wax, no doubt about it. But we just want to see how it'll go, because most of these waxes say that they'll last, 6, 12 months on a daily driven car. And there's a lot of variables in that, how's it washed, how's it looked after, what kind of roads does it drive down, does it does it live in the shade? Does it live outside in the sun? How hard is the paintwork? How hard is the clear coat? All those kind of things that will affect the durability of the product. So, all right, so first glance, we still got some sheeting happening here. We just got to wash off all that resin. Oh, I'm losing the hose here. There we go. Still surviving, still good. Like there's no broken down area. Everywhere it's still sheeting really nicely. The beading has kind of like died away a bit. Like it's not as nice as it was at first. I'd say like AutoSmart Side is slowly going away there. All in all, it's handling pretty well. It's actually going really, really good. These are good waxes. I haven't used many to be honest, to like really compare, but for the end user, they're doing exactly what they say they do. I don't think any wax is made to be super chemical resistant. So what we're doing to it now is kind of outside of its capabilities, I guess. One more hit and we'll see what the verdict is. Oh, by the way, we got a new panel stand. Jordan, you want to show the panel stand? It's a lot more sturdy. Yeah, very authentic. We got the patent for it, so you can't steal it. All right. So washed in some more APC with the car wash. Let's see how we go here. This off the AutoSmart side. Okay, it's looking a lot more flat there. It is starting to sheet again, but it's definitely taking a hit. Definitely taking a hit. All right, let's move on to the Bowdens side. It's definitely taking a hit too. So the APC has obviously affected their water beading and sheeting capabilities, but it's still pulling away, it's still retracting, which is really cool. If we just do a bit of a comparison here. Almost done, still going quite slow. Well, there you have it. So we're gonna leave it there, guys, but I really think you can really tell the difference here between this wax, the Bowdens Own Beaut Beads, is really outperforming the commercial wax, the AutoSmart wax here. It's still there, like I know it's still there, like if it had a bit more time, maybe if it was hit with just a spray-on enhancer, it would ignite again and probably perform better again. But you can just tell like it is sheeting away, but very, very slowly. And on this side, it's obviously been affected too, but you can just tell like it's sheeting straight away. It's really pulling away. And so the wax is still definitely there. It's just copped a beating because we've done 4 washes within 10 minutes, and that's not really a real world setting. So you know, there is a reason why it would be affected by that, because the more you wash the car, you are, you know, rubbing away at whatever's on the surface. So either inflicting micro marring, scratches, but we are wearing away at the wax. So that's gonna contribute to the drop in the hydrophobic properties. So the more you spray and wipe your car or wash it, that will affect the wax, okay? So be mindful of that. It doesn't mean the wax is dead, it just means you're working at it probably more than required. So end result, well, honestly, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. The Bowdens Own Beaut Beads has definitely held out the best. I would love to be able to put these two on actually a car that actually gets around town, and so we can compare then when it's parked out, covered in dirt, rained on, all that kind of stuff. I'm just a bit scared of putting this car out, this panel outside. It might get stolen. It's a genuine Honda bonnet, all right, guys. So it's probably worth couple of $1,000. No, just kidding. But hope you got something out of this video. Let us know what you reckon. If you have any other products that you think we should compare it with, be really keen to hear your thoughts. So thanks so much for watching our commercial versus enthusiast wax comparison video. We'll talk to you again and let us know what you reckon. See you guys.